Hey, good evening, everybody. Sammy Thunder here. Welcome back to the channel. Strongsville Thursday is when I'll be leaving. I'm so excited about this. I'm going to be driving across with B Roth 6, Brian Roth, good buddy of mine, to hang out and enjoy this experience. And also hanging out with everybody else and meeting up with everybody for some of the get-togethers that are going to be happening. So before that even happens at all, Wednesday night, I did want to mention I'm planning on hosting a live stream, but instead of it being on my channel, I'm going to host it on the For Collectors channel. And the reason being is because Thursday is generally my turn on the rotation to upload a video, and I figured that since I'll be on the road all day and all night, I'm going to host it on the For Collectors channel. And I'm leaving this as an open invite for anybody that's going to Strongsville that wants to jump on, talk a little bit about what they're excited about, maybe share some items they're looking for if they want to do that. I understand the privacy of not wanting to express that info, maybe too competitive, whatever the case may be. Nevertheless, it's just kind of another vintage chill and chat to hang out. That's kind of the way I see it. For what I'm looking forward to seeing seeing people that I haven't seen since the National. So like Orlando, Christopher, Missouri, there's a lot of guys that are going to be going. It's going to be great to hang out with them, just to learn from them a little bit more and show off some cards, which I'm sure we're going to be doing. As far as cards go, the stuff that I'm looking for, I've pivoted pretty strongly from collecting rookie cards or first-year cards, however you want to see it, over to some of the more unique, oddball stuff that exists out there. And so that's kind of what I'm really after. So, for example, I'm hoping that I can at least acquire maybe just one item from any of these from the list that I have. So the first one that I would love to find is the Stollmeyer 54 Willie Mays. Now, I looked at GemRate, the great website if you haven't checked it out. GemRate.com allows you to do a universal search to find what the pop report is. Now, I don't know how accurate it is. I mean, you can go on SGC's website, you can go on PSA's website, and kind of take a look there. I just like GemRate because it's so quick. You can type in what you're looking for, and it will populate really fast. So according to GemRate, they're mentioning that there are, let me see if I still have the website up. The Stollmeyer 54 Maze has a total of 23 cards graded with PSA and 12 graded with SGC. So there's maybe a chance that there might be one at the Strongsville show. And if there's a raw one, then it'll be a little bit more of a challenge. You never know. What I've learned is that the good thing about these cards is that it's easier to not going to say easy, but it's easier to find them in lower grades because of the fact that I guess they're packaged hot dogs, and you'd find them in the frozen food section, and so when they would take them home, they would rip the packaging off, and a lot of those cards would get damaged in the process. That's my understanding of a lot of these cards, so it's tough to find them in high grades, which is kind of perfect for me because I can only really afford something like that, like a Willie Mays Stollmeyer in a low grade. So that's one card I'm looking at in particular. I've preached about this for quite a bit. You probably heard me talk about it in live streams and other videos that I've done in the past, but the other things I'm looking for would be the Laughlin super stand-ups of Willie Mays or Tom Seaver. The Willie Mays, I first got a glance of it from my buddy Woody at the Philly show. He was set up there, and I saw this beautiful display that he had. And I asked him, I was like, are you selling this? And he mentioned that he was really just displaying it to show it off. And I was enamored by it. I'd never seen it before. He was the first one to show it off to me and to tell me a little bit about it. Laughlin, if anybody's unfamiliar, was way ahead of his time in terms of being an artist, and I think he did non-sport stuff as well, but his sports stuff really kind of captivated audiences in baseball in particular. And did a lot of stuff with Fleer in the 60s, but Laughlin personally did these super stand-ups that are fairly large. They're pretty big, and he did players like Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Clemente, Aaron, obviously Willie Mays, and I was surprised he did one of Tom Seaver. But the year that he produced these was around 73 to 75, if I'm not mistaken. And they're beautiful works of art. I mean, just stunning. So I guess in some ways it makes sense that he did Tom Seaver, because Seaver was pretty much just absolutely lights out during that period. So yeah, I am hoping I can find either the Willie Mays or the Tom Seaver. They're personally signed by Laughlin on the back, and they're just beautiful works of art. I'd probably end up framing one if I found it, and I feel like Strongsville is a good opportunity. And if it's not there, then the National. So I'd say that's one of the bigger pieces I'm looking for as well. And thankfully, those pieces, being that they're a lot larger, they may not be as ideal to other people because of just the inconvenience of having to store them somewhere. But for me, I'll definitely put them up in my wall or do something special with it. So, and another thing about that is the price is a lot more reasonable than some of the other items that exist out there. Third thing in particular that I'm looking for that would be really awesome to find is, y'all remember that I got the 67 postcard of Tom Seaver. The year after, in 68, the Mets did a 4x5 issued set where Nolan Ryan appears. And to me, that's, Nolan Ryan obviously has his Topps rookie card, which is fantastic. You could see mine right here. But I would love to find that 4x5 solo photo of him from the 68 4x5 set. I've never seen one at shows. Y'all know me, I go to shows all the time, and I haven't come across one. And I go to a lot of the New York shows, and you would expect that to be there. So I probably won't hold my breath on that one. But again, it's a great piece to have in a collection. Y'all know that I'm submitting the 71 Nolan Ryan team issued card. So it would be great to find the one from 68. I mean, these are my guys. So, of course, I will be looking for inventory as well for my future shows that I have lined up for the weeks after. And so I plan on spending a little bit of my budget on some bargain bin cards and maybe a few display case cards as well. But, that sort of thing I'm going to take my time on, because I feel as though, like any other show, a lot of the more traditional stuff that'll be there will be featured at most tables. So while I don't want to sit back completely on it, because there will be other people doing the same thing, I don't want to have to just completely rush into it. Let's just kind of let things settle the way they're supposed to settle. Nevertheless, that's kind of what's on my radar. I want to share with you, I feel like the best resource within this community that we have is each other. And so I find that sometimes if we can't find the stuff we're looking for at the tables, the best resource is to seek each other out. And so I figured I'll show you some stuff that I plan on bringing with me in case anybody has interest in them. And if you're not going and you have interest in them, you can let me know too. But I'll show you the slabbed cards that I'm bringing with me. I have a small bag that I'm bringing with me. So here, got a T206 of Joe Kelly. If you don't mind low grade tobacco. Here's my Tris Speaker, great card. Here's my Roger Bresnahan. Just gonna go through them one by one. Clark Griffith, great portrait of his. Stepping out of the T206, nice looking Tom Seaver I'll be bringing with me. Beautiful looking Bob Gibson second year. Here's my 69 second year Johnny Bench classic of his. Here's my 66 Jim Palmer, his rookie. The Raleigh Man, bringing that. Here's my 64 Willie Mays I'll be bringing with me. Hank Aaron, 68. Here's my Brooks Robinson, 57. Here's my Willie Mays Bowman, 52. Here's a 56 of Willie Mays. And finally, going back to T206 to finish it off as Clark Griffith. I'll be bringing some other stuff too that maybe some of y'all will be interested in. But I figured that I'd share a little bit, just in case, you know, we can maybe do some trades. We could do perhaps if somebody has interest in any of this stuff. You're not finding anything at the show, and maybe I have something you want. We can work something out. But for now, that's about it. Strongsville Thursday again. Really looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing everybody. And don't forget about Wednesday for Collector's Channel. I will be hosting the live stream 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with all other participants that will be going to Strongsville as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you soon. Take care.